When everything you shared to me is pretty powerful, and you talked about how you're a strong man. Where did you find, but where did you find your strength from? Because I've learned throughout my life that when I've allowed myself to show my brokenness and how weak I really am, that's when I actually see God show his strength through me. So I wanted to ask how you dealt with this, and where did you really get your strength from during this time?
The funny thing is, I don't know if I'm handling it strong. Now I am a firm believer in the power of God. I am truly convicted to know that God is powerful, and I know that he strengthens me in my weakness. But the state I'm in, I don't know that I'm operating at that strength. Most people say to me, like, you must be really strong. But to me, I don't feel like I'm handling this strong. I'm just, kind of living, day to day. So when people say, I haven't acknowledged that I'm handling it as a strong person. Only thing I have acknowledged that I woke up today, I said a couple prayers. I had a piece of toast and some orange juice. So I wouldn't say that I'm strong, but I would say that people have said that I am handling it strong. So I'm basically going off, what they tell me, and I'm just trying to live, day to day.
Well, I want to encourage you, because I've learned what strength looks like, and it's definitely not what man says strength looks like. Oftentimes there's a phrase, and David, this, being a leader in ministry and just a leader with people, is that oftentimes there's a phrase, leading while bleeding. And it's a dangerous thing, but that's what happens to so many people. And that's even leaders in our home. We try to act like, oh no, I'm good, nothing hurts me. No, I think true strength comes when you do show I'm vulnerable, that I am a human. I am hurting. Yeah. It's okay. That's how God made us. We have emotions, and we as men have been taught throughout the years to not show that other side, that you could be hurt. Yeah. No, that's real strength. So I want to encourage you that I think that's what people are seeing. They're looking in your eyes. They can tell you're in pain dealing with this. So they're seeing that type of strength. What would you say about that, David?
Yeah, through this journey, and I've told Ramath, man, I've seen the Lord through him and experienced God through him in ways that I haven't through other people. I mean, he's walking through what he's walking through, and it's painful. It hurts. I've loved the realness of his journey. He's opening up to say, man, this is hard, and I'm angry, and I'm frustrated. But I think that's where God meets us, when we're real, when we're willing to be real and say, I need help. And in the midst of that, I have seen God's grace perfected in Ramath. I've seen his strength perfected in my brother. And I've come away encouraged, where I've called him to pray for him. And he turns around and say, Brother David, how can I pray for you and your family? And I'm like, where does that come from other than God? In the midst of your whole world being flipped upside down in a matter of months. I mean, here's a guy who happily was married, loved his bride, loved being a dad, loved providing for his family. And in a matter of months, everything's flipped upside down. He loses his wife. He's now a single dad to 2 young boys that he raises on his own. And yet he still has the heart to want to reach out and help others. Like, that's only God, because in and of ourselves, we're selfish. We only want to look out for us. So I see him not only running to the Lord to get strength, but as God is strengthening him, man, this brother is being an encouragement to so many others. And so, Ramath, man, when I see you, man, I see Jesus. And I see him carrying you, him strengthening you. And because of that, man, you have hope, and you can point other people to where true hope lies, because you're not carrying yourself through this. It's the Lord. And I see him in you, brother, and I'm encouraged. And I'm going to be here to walk with you through this trial, but he's the one carrying you, and that is truly evident.
Man, go ahead, Ramath. I know you was going to say something. Go ahead, get it out.
No, I was just going to say, blessed be the Lord.
Now, I do have a question, because you have children, and sometimes children, process death in a completely different way than we do. How are your kids doing, and how are you doing as a father, being there for them? So it's like a two-part question.
That is, well, I'm not a child specialist or anything like that. I'm just a dad.
Hey,
My
the specialist's not even that special with kids.
Yeah. So I would say, well, Zephaniah, he never had a chance to meet her. The only interaction he had was when he was connected to her through the umbilical cord, and just whatever outside noises he heard from her interacting with, me and Junior, and just, whatever happened in the household. Now, Junior is taking it pretty bad. He's 1.5, going to be 2 in December. So he's like, he never really was he never was a crying type of baby, Like I said, like David said, me and my wife, we was happily married. Wasn't perfect, but we understood. Like we really, the Lord really blessed us to have understanding of each other early, and by us having a little traumatic experience as children, outside of our relationship and all that stuff like that, that gave us a genuineness and knowing kind of how things are a little bit. We know that stuff that people may say is special is really not that special to us. It's better for us to, do our best that we can to raise our family. So Junior grew up in a happy mom and dad playing and kissing type of home. And so Sierra breastfed him all the way up until she died. So they had a real strong bond because, like David said, I was a provider. I constantly worked. Sierra didn't mind me working. When she wanted me to work, I worked. When she wanted me to stay home, I stayed home. So her and Junior was together all the time.
Wow.
All the time. And the only reason why he know me so much is because when he was first born, my job allowed me to, they give you a year of bonding. So over that whole year, I was just taking off a lot of time of work, and I was just, staying at home and just getting that, that dad credit in there like that. But he is dealing with it pretty bad. Like, and I don't know how to, like I said, I'm not a psychologist or anything like that. So I don't know how to reach him because he's not talking, but he wants to be held more at times. He wants to cry. And some nights he just be crying for like a long time. And so I know that he is dealing with some type of anxiety from the separation of, his mother not being here no more.